What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody, man? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke, episode number 159. Man, we already got some folks in the house, man. We got Big Soldier checking in. Of course, we got the voice of reason in the house. We got my boy Los J already up in here. We got Craig up in here representing Bama State and H-Town. Man, what is going on to all my folks out there, man? How y'all doing, man? Gentlemen, what's going on with y'all today?
Man,
Hey,
chilling,
welcome.
man. Just on my way to the house, just riding and hey, just ready for this game that weekend.
Oh, they got a game this weekend, man. Who playing? Because I ain't even looked at the schedule. I don't
No,
know what's going.
I know you done looked at the schedule.
I
I
don't
know
know
what's
what's
going
going
on.
on,
I know
man.
that Southern Jackson game. I know it's Southern Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's this
Yeah, that's
weekend.
what.
Oh man, let
That's
me
their
get fired up
weekend.
for that. Let me get fired up for that, man. It is, man, and we're gonna talk a lot about that game and all the other games on the schedule. But um, first and foremost, how we do now, man. We kind of talk about the action that took place, and then we'll spend. I'm sure we'll spend a lot of time talking about that game because that's like the only real game on the schedule this week. Honestly, no offense to nobody, but you got a couple FBS games on the schedule this week. You got a couple D2 games, so it ain't really a lot, so it's center stage for SU and JSU. I don't, before we go too far, man, I don't really like to call it the Boombox Class today. I never really called it that, so it's hard for me
Yeah,
to
me
do that.
too. I agree.
So,
I agree
you
with you
know,
on that.
it's always been Southern and Jackson to me. That's what I grew up with, and I'm gonna keep it that way. No, if if you a younger person, then you probably call it Boombox. But anyway, let's we'll just start with those two teams, man. We're gonna let Jerome kind of simmer because I know he ain't really got too much too much to say. And I ain't laughing at the result because that could have any else, but I know he ain't really got too much. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let Big Soldier start. I'm talking about his team performance this week against Lane.
Oh man, hey, I'm gonna let Jerome kick it out, man. I kind of
Hey,
feel
well,
like it's
hey.
traffic, bro.
Okay,
Well,
go
Yeah,
ahead.
Jerome, we might catch JSU last, man.
okay.
We didn't call the audible. Go ahead, Jerome.
Well, all right. Well, we went down there with high expectations of winning the game, but unfortunately, we did not come out with the victory. We had some small takeaways. We did have some positive plays. Our field goal kicker proved that he deserved to be on that level. Uh, the one time we got a chance to get into the end zone, we had a false start penalty where the center didn't snap the ball. Or I think Richardson probably would have quarterback sneaked into the end zone. We'd at least gotten one touchdown. But Miami was a good team. They showed us some weaknesses, but we also showed we could play with them for a little while anyway. But that's that. That was that.
Short and
Yeah,
sweet,
now
huh?
I tell you what, I tell you this, and I text this to y'all. That Sunday morning a little bit different. We family had been on the winning streak for a long time. I'm getting up on Sunday. It hit different after that loss. I ain't care who it was. It could have been to the Dallas Cowboys. I would have still would have felt like a
Hey,
kick in
but
the gut.
Miami ought to run it back if brag. Now they ought to come to brag, and we might see a difference. Now they ought to
Uh,
play you in
Man.
brag.
I don't no. I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. Not
Hey,
right,
I'm gonna
not
tell
this
you,
year
hey, it's
anyway.
hard to beat the street
Hey, it's,
as per of your Texas Southern, man. You have that street
Now
for the longest.
we don't need to try and extend it with them and brag. That won't be a good look right now.
and like you said, like you said, Jerome, that Sunday morning hit different, don't it? Now you see
Yeah,
how the rest of us
yeah,
feel.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. Man, we doing good down here, man. Shot before we go too far, man. Hopefully praying for everybody out here in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama areas who going through Francine. We got extremely lucky, man. Like
Yeah, most
they
definitely. We did.
all weekend, the forecast was like it was coming straight at Baton Rouge, and like yesterday, it kind of veered off to the east a little bit. So we really didn't get hardly anything, man. We got some wind, not even heavy wind, but we got some wind and rain most of the day. Late last night the wind kicked up a little bit, but we got lucky, man. No damage. Lights didn't go out for once, because usually the lights in my neighborhood go out if there's a breeze. Like it don't even take much and the lights to go out. But we got lucky. Actually, ironically, I got a generator now and the lights ain't go out. So
you ready?
Yeah.
Almost mad.
Yeah, I was ready, man. We had the phones charged up. We had the generator. All I had to do was go pull it out and plug it up, and nothing happened. Normally, lights go out real quick, but we got lucky, man. I know some people around here had some damage in some of the other areas. Trees and stuff falling on their houses. So prayers go out to everybody. But we turned out good. So that's why I'm on the show today, because because I was like, man, I don't know, I don't know how things gonna go. So, go ahead.
I bet you one thing though. I wish somebody knew. I bet you Shannon Sharp wish his power went out yesterday.
I know. Hey, always double check your stuff, man, before you do any activities, man. Don't even bring your phones in the room with you when you doing that kind of stuff, man. Leave all that stuff outside and get it on, because you don't want. I'm paranoid, man. I check my phones all the time because I'm like, man, I don't want to post the wrong thing. I don't want to have nothing go live at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So just like leave your phones in another area, man, and that way you will never have that problem. Make sure the people you would leave their phones outside and check them, man, because sometimes people trying to set you up too. So just be careful. Just be careful when you're making any kind of moves, man. You don't want to get caught off guard. But that man, I'm not gonna say too much more about what, because I did see the video, but it was it was what it was. But anyway, man, let's swing this thing back. I guess I'll go next, since Big Soldier said he won't go last. Our game was two different games, to be honest with you, man. I thought defensively, Southern played really well. They scored on the craziest play. They ran. I guess it was supposed to be some kind of handoff play. The quarterback turned one way, the running back went the other way, and when the quarterback turned around, he bumped into him, and I think Southern had a run blitz on. So all they guys was heading in the backfield. Quarterback got out to the left side of the line and headed to the sideline. And we had a linebacker with actually one of our better linebackers had a bead on him. And I don't know if he thought he was going out of bounds or he just wasn't running fast enough. And he just turned it up the sideline, and 81 yards later, he was in the end zone. And so I was like, Jesus Christ, we're gonna be in for a battle, because the offense was not looking pretty. We had like an interception, a couple 3-and-outs, and a field goal. We looked really bad offensively. And fifth series of the game, they made a quarterback change. And the offense, I preface everything with saying that we were playing an overmatched team. Offense looked a lot better. They drove and scored a field goal. They got another field goal, scored a touchdown right before half, and then they were kind of off and running from there. So their defense wore down because they had the ball only like 17 minutes in the whole game. You can't keep putting your defense on the field like that, with them constantly coming in and out of the game like that. They didn't move the ball at all. They had one first down and finished with like 60 yards of offense. So it was a work in progress. I saw some good things that you try to take from a game like that. You could say Southern offensive line ain't good, but compared to what they were last year, they worlds better. The 3 sacks Noah Biden took them all himself. I don't know what he was seeing. We haven't really broke that big run yet. I think that's what's making things look away.
I saw he was getting close. Looked like Dylan was getting close on some runs.
Yeah, they was always like a step or two away from busting loose.
Yeah.
But we it looked a lot better than last season. And even because when we played Lincoln last year, we was losing mad yardage on the run game. So, and we really didn't lose a lot of yardage against McNeese, other than that 41 yards we lost on that bad punt. We only lost 10
Right.
yards in that game. So they doing a better job of blocking. It's just gonna take time, and Kendrick Grimes can bust one at any second. So the potential is there.
I'm gonna
I
tell
my
you one thing.
I was impressed with the youngster out there, man, in that game and the situation he came in. But I thought things looked a lot better. What's up, Big Soldier?
Yeah,
Sweet.
hey, Big Soldier gonna give a helmet sticker to that number 5 for Savannah State. Hey, if somebody ain't in that man DMs right now, trying to get him to the SWAC, hey, they crazy. That
Yeah,
dude he different. That
they
corner,
had a couple
man,
they had a
he
couple
was
dudes on
not
their defense
playing
that was
no
nice, man.
games.
They
Yeah.
had a
Yeah,
couple
it was
they had a couple.
nice. Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
one
they had a
that's the one
nice
thing about.
defense there. He might, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off. That's one thing about them kind of teams. They'll have a guy or two that can play. They had a linebacker who was pretty good too, but they just you got to put your foot on them kind of teams, and once you start to kind of bear down on them, they don't have the depth, and they start getting hurt and tired and cramping and stuff, and once they started doing that in the early part of third quarter, it was basically up to Southern what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Um,
Y'all was playing with your food then. Y'all.
yeah, at that point it was just it was just let's just see what we can get out of this thing, so it started out rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. My wife looked at me and was like, in the first quarter, she looked at me and she was like, if we lose this game, you come into the next game by yourself. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of these kind of game. But it got better. I did like the way the offense, was running. They used tight end a lot. They had a lot of problems covering the tight ends on the crossing routes. And they showed what this team can look like. But no, they ain't take nobody out because they didn't really deserve the right to come out, man. They needed all
They
the reps
needed
they
the
could.
rep.
You know, I normally I'd be like, man, get your starters out of this game. But you got your not your starting quarterback. You got him out there, and I didn't really think they played. I know the defense rotated guys. The defense rotated a lot of guys, but I don't think the offense really made wholesale changes because they play a lot of guys and they play 3-4 running backs. By the end of the game, we had our backup running backs in the game, and I don't know the rotation on the offensive line yet. So I I can't say, but obviously the T set went the whole game. So I thought it was valuable for him to get them kind of reps. Now, any other year, I'd be mad that the starters in there because you gotta get them guys out of the game. So I thought they hit the point where they just was like they gonna use this as practice, and I thought it came out better. So
Well,
you know,
we'll see Saturday.
oh yeah, this is a whole different ball game now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna
playtime
see
is over.
Saturday.
Playtime
Yeah.
is over. It's like all the little funny games, man. It get real now. So we're gonna
Jamie,
we're gonna find out a lot.
Jamie, same thing with them. They was over there playing around, running out several quarterbacks and stuff. What you say, Jamie?
It's all on you now, big soldier.
Nothing.
What was the
No,
game was
talk to us about JSU, man.
Jermaine was
He going in and out.
old. I
Yeah,
mean, we found out we got another weapon at quarterback. We got another weapon at. Hey, we found out a lot about ourselves. We got good tight end play, receiver play. TC was in his bag, man, play calling wise. So, hey, we straight.
Y'all. All right. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to edge on to get you to say way more than that.
You try to
So
get him to
I
jump
can.
off the cliff?
Yeah, I want. I don't want. I ain't used to Jackson State fans being all humble and stuff. You know, you supposed to say something like, you know, we finna put up another 50 or another 40 or something like that right there.
Oh,
That's what
he,
that's what I
he
expect to hear.
hey, he done dropped out. He don't believe that. You see, he done dropped out. What's up, Blue, man? Man, Blue, you killing us in fantasy football, man. That dude is like destroying us in this HBCU fantasy league we got
Blue,
going on.
he not fair because he got too much insight.
Yeah,
He
he
not
do,
fair
man.
for y'all to play against him. Y'all be going to work and stuff, and he home flipping through books, looking at all on websites, visiting practices. Y'all don't stand a chance.
Yeah, hey, he got secret players, man. He pulling out dudes out.
Y'all don't
He
stand a
pulling out
chance. Hey,
people I ain't never heard of, man. That man scoring points on top of points.
I
But
got a question before we get on y'all game. I guess I got a question, right? Can I do that?
go for it. Oh, it's always time for Jerome and his questions.
All right, I got a good question for y'all out there. Were you more surprised by Alabama State win or by the UAPB win? Which one surprised you the most? Because UAPB blew them out by what, 70 points? Something like
Yeah,
that?
73.
Yeah, and then Alabama State, with all the controversy they had going on, they gave y'all the little LeBron, you know what I mean? Like, calm it down. They was kind of calm it down a little bit. So, what's your reaction to that?
I'm more surprised with the Pine Bluff result. Not that they won, but the fact that
The 70
they was
points.
playing. Yeah, that's a lot of. Like I said, I don't care who you playing. When your team hasn't really had that kind of success, that's a good showing. Now what they do moving forward. I think that's you got to separate that sometime and just take it at the one game. I was surprised. I thought they might score like 45 or something like that, but they offense really hit a lot of big plays.
Right.
And I was impressed. They show they got some talent. They're not dry over there, but we don't know. We don't know where they at in SWAC play. But I was more surprised with that because I thought Bama State defensively, I thought their defense could carry them through that game. They didn't. They did not show up on offense in the second half though. But first half they jumped on Miles, which caught me by surprise.
Right.
I don't know if it's.
And
I don't
Alabama
know.
State band, much noise as I talk about Alabama State band, they jumped all over Miles and did not let him go.
Sure
Yeah, and
did.
that
From the beginning to the ending.
they did their thing, man. I think they showed that they still got a team. They're not a quarterback or whatever. So you still got to have to show up to play against them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
kind
got
I
one
kind of
more.
disappointed they didn't hang more points on them though.
Yeah, I thought the offense kind of
Well,
tailed
they
off,
couldn't.
but
Yeah,
They
yeah,
weren't throwing the ball. They were just running the ball and playing defense.
yeah. Right.
yeah,
And check this out
That's all
now.
that was. But hey,
Miles got in the red zone like 3 times, man, and then come away with points. Man, just say if they got in the red zone, scored them 3 times. That game might have been a total difference.
yeah, but they didn't do it. They ain't let them
They
do
didn't
it.
do it, yeah.
You
So
got it.
they ain't let
You
them
got it.
do it. I mean, so hey, they
Yeah.
got that win. So
I'm gonna give them
but,
credit because it was a lot of doom and gloom, and after coming off losing to them last year, you know what I'm saying, and then coming into the game with that whole situation they had going on, it would have been easy for them to just back down and kind of come out there and play stiff and play tight and lose that ball game. But they bucked up and they won it, so I give them credit for that. Now I got one more
yeah.
question. Right
Go
quick.
ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's all you.
All right, one more question right here. I don't know how I should phrase this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna phrase it nicely. How many TDs can Alcorn score against Edward Waters? Considering they haven't scored a touchdown all season. Do they try and make up for it?
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to bust the clock now. Whether because I like I've been calling them kind of games get right games because you got opportunity against a team. I know Alcorn defense is solid, and their defense hadn't really played that bad in either one of these games. Their offense just hadn't done anything. So if they can run the ball, which I think they can, I think they're gonna score at least. I think they're gonna score at least 6 or 7 touchdowns in this game, just because they're gonna be able to run the ball, and that should lead to some easy plays. And I think they're gonna end up with some. They might get a defensive touchdown in the mix because their defense can force turnovers.
So you telling me you're gonna have them on your fantasy team? If you play them, you're gonna play them players on your HBCU fantasy team?
I got one that. Hey, the way we do it is you got to pick one guy from each team. I got a defensive guy on their team, so I think their defense can score a touchdown, man. I got one of their secondary guys. I think they can get a touchdown on defense. I think because the reason why I say that, Jerome, is because I think they're gonna have a lot of short fields. I think the defense is gonna force some turnovers. You gotta look at it. They had 3 takeaways against UAB. I think they got 1 against Vandy. So they can force turnovers. And I think Edward Waters, they up and down.
Right, they can turn it over.
Yeah, they're gonna turn it over, and I think that's gonna put Alcorn in some good positions to score. I don't know I don't know how much they're gonna have to drive the field, but I think they're gonna benefit from a lot of short fields, and that's gonna lead to some easy scores.
Well, I was just curious about that.
Shout out to Fort Valley, man. Shout out to the Wildcats. What's going on? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So
let's go on get to the main event, man. I'm tired of y'all dancing around it. Y'all need to go on and you know what I'm saying. Baddest man hit my hand. That's what you do.
I was just about to say that, like when you put the paper on your shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Knock that paper off my shoulder. Let's see what happens.
Right. What we gonna do? I want to hear JSU by 40. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, I'm gonna let him. Hey, they the home team. I'm gonna let him jump off the cliff. I'm gonna react.
I say JSU by 14.
JSU by 14.
JSU by 14.
If you want my logical opinion, the link to my show this week is somewhere on the page. This for fun and this for talking. I think we got a good chance. But like I said, man, I just I got a lot of questions about this team, and I wish this game was later in the season because I would be more confident. But I think we're gonna show up and play ball. Now how the end result is, that's up to debate. But I will say this, and I said this to Jerome off the air. I've seen worse Southern teams beat better JSU teams. So I go into every Southern JSU game with us feeling like we got a chance. So
it's a rivalry game.
It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. That 2010 game that everybody talk about, we was 2-9 that year, and we took them boys to the brink of disaster. So it can always happen. If we could start hot, anything can happen. But we're gonna be in for a dogfight, man. It's gonna be a war. JSU gonna be ready. I know that ain't the answer you want to hear, Jerome. That's my coach speak, but JSU gonna be ready. And so we got to match whatever they match, whatever they bring. We got to match it. And if you want to hear me say my coming in with a young guy at quarterback, man, I'm interested to see how he handle this. He one of those guys. He carries himself with a lot of confidence. He got that mentality to him. But it's a different situation. It's playing in the vet. This is gonna be a big crowd. A lot of hype, loud. lot of talking from the other sideline. Them boys gonna want to put him in the dirt, so he gonna have to be able to He gonna be able to have to manage his mistakes. I think JSU gonna throw the house at him to kind of confuse him. If he can manage it and we can run the football to any kind of extent, I think we got a good chance. If we get in the point where we have to play a lot of third and longs and second and longs, and they're gonna look good for us. So we just have to really trust everybody else around him to make plays and not put the defense in so many bad situations. If we constantly put our defense on the field, it's gonna be trouble. But I do like our defense a lot. I think they're gonna make some plays, and I think it'll be a war, man. I think it's gonna be a war. If anybody get blown out in this game, then I think the other team made a ton of mistakes. So that's my answer, man. I do think we got a good chance in this game.
I think the weather gonna play a factor, even though I think it's, from what I looked at, I think it's gonna be kind of gone by Saturday evening when the game is. So, but I think it might still be damp or off and on shower or something like that. So with that, I'm kind of leaning towards JSU because of the special team play that I saw from Southern, and I've been seeing pretty good special team play from JSU, and I think that might be what's going to make the difference and take them over the top. However, like you say, it's a rivalry game, so you kind of throw everything else out of the records and all that kind of stuff out the books. But it's very easily for Southern's defense to come up with some big plays and come up with a strip sack, fumble, for a touchdown or something like that, to kind of blow the game open and get the game kind of easy for Southern. But I think it's going to come down to the special team play, whichever one play the best.
I agree. And, for some reason this season, our special team has been a little shaky, which is a surprise to me because I feel like that was our strongest unit coming into the season. We had 2 field goals blocked, and we had that bad snap against McNeese. So, that kind of stuff weighs in games like this. I think our margin for error is a lot slimmer than their margin for error. I think they can probably make a mistake or two. I don't think Southern can really make that mistake.
What JSU team are we going to see? Is it going to be the one with freewheeling play calling that was against Lane, or is it going to be the one that was calling kind of tight against ULM? Or I would expect to be some kind of a hybrid of the two, but which side are they going to lean to? Do you expect them to be that open, considering what the defense that Southern has been putting on the field, how they've been playing so far?
I think I'm gonna let Big Soldier. I'm gonna let him answer that first.
They say it's sunny in Jackson. That's good.
I'm glad the weather's not gonna be a factor because I don't think neither team needs that as a reason why anything went wrong. But I expect them to try to get off to a quick start. I think they're gonna try to knock Southern out if they can. I think they're gonna try to put Southern in positions where they have to throw the football. I think they want to get the young guy in a position where he thinking too much, where he not. That was the one difference in this last game. A young quarterback, he at a certain point he really had to think a lot. He just had to go out there and throw the ball around and let his guys make plays. But I think JSU gonna put a lot of stuff on Southern and make them have to make smart decisions. So I think offensively they're gonna try to go for the gusto right out the gate, man. I don't think they're gonna be conservative.
I don't know if that'll be their best course of action. To me, I think they should just go on and establish the run. Whoever established the run in this game is automatically going to be, in my opinion, going to make it easier for their quarterback to throw the ball. Jackson State, the first game, Morgan had pretty good stats. He threw it around, but he threw a lot of kind of short Deacon Duncan style passes. You know what I'm saying? And they opened it up a little more. And I think Southern got to run the ball to take the pressure off the quarterback, so he don't have to make no plays. If they run you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Get your run blitzing, then you could drop the little screen pass and this, that, and the other, and then that's going to throw either one of the defenses off, in my opinion. Because right now they're going to try and shake up the freshman quarterback. But
that's why I think it's vital for Southern to use everything they can to put him in a comfort zone. you know, I like it's tough. You know, it's tough to really diagnose what Southern is after 2 games against. Uh, I hate that McNeese game. I hate it with a passion because not that we lost, but I thought we played better than the numbers look. Although we didn't do a lot offensively, but I didn't think we played that bad. I think we left a lot of stuff on the field. The potential is there, and I hate being that coulda, woulda, shoulda type of person because we was like 1 or 2 steps from breaking a run in every game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we can. This not gonna be the old school Southern lineup and run at you and dare you to stop it and run it till you can't defend no more. But I think if we could run for 125, 130 yards, I think that at least make JSU have to respect it. We cannot lose. We cannot be in 2nd and 12s and stuff like that. Everything we do got to be advancing down the field.
Whoever wins gonna rush for more yards than that. In my opinion.
I agree. I think if you run for 175, 200, obviously you're probably gonna win. I'm just saying for where Southern is offensively, if they can have a decent running game, I think that makes it better. I think you're gonna see a lot of screens and stuff. Tight end gonna get a lot of work. Y'all, I don't know if they're gonna make any plays, but Dupree Fuller number 5 and Jermaine Minor number 84, they're gonna be involved in a lot of stuff. And we're gonna need separation from our receivers. They're gonna have to make some plays when the opportunity is there.
It's tight end. Y'all see it.
All right. But I think another key thing, Jackson State going to get their run game going because, that first game, they didn't get that run game established. And then the second, they ran the ball a little better. But the Cameron McCoy accounted for majority of those yards. So Jackson State going to hopefully when Irv, I think, is supposed to be back in this game. So hopefully he get cooking him and J.D. Martin. And give us another element of that run game. So
I'm so ready to see the legend. The legend, it's almost like he a ghost.
Old Mulligan when he
he's like,
and he turn up, man.
He like Snuffleupagus
in a show.
He always show up when I ain't around.
That show, man. I'm telling
you. That's a guy, man. Like growing up following Southern, and obviously JSU been a big rival for us for my whole life. It's always been a guy too for JSU team that I really like to watch play, and that's my guy this last year and a half. And for him not been out there, I've been talking about him all off season. I don't really want him to show up and put it down on my team. You know what I'm saying? So can y'all hold him out another week? Because we got enough to worry about in that backfield. And then to have a dude that
about this game, win or lose, the next 2 games don't count. Grambling and Southern. So I mean, that's the only. But I still want to win both.
We talked about this a month ago.
Yeah, but the one thing about it, you don't want to lose the rivalry, man.
That's the thing.
Going in next year.
That's the thing, and I just I expect a good game, man. Usually, Southern and Jackson State is always an entertaining game. You had your blowouts in there. We got blown out by JSU twice in 22. So hopefully that's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's a close game. Like we always, they just both teams tend to understand what's at stake, and it's a high pressure game. So whoever handled the pressure the best is gonna come out on top. So I'm excited for this game, man. Like if you would ask me first quarter of the game last week, how I felt about this game, and it's not even that it's not that.
You going up there?
I'm still trying to convince my wife, but she don't really want to go.
Road trip.
Coming off. It might be one of them, hop in the ride and shoot up. We'll see. Yeah. I want to be in the house, man, because like I said before Saturday, man, I was like, ain't no way I'm going to see Southern play nowhere at home. But it's when I ain't there, crazy stuff happened.
Yeah.
So I missed a couple good games in this series, but I done seen some good ones myself. I don't expect nothing less, man. I think it's gonna be all out war. And this could, if things go the way I think they're gonna go for us, we might see these boys in Baton Rouge in December. So let's do it twice, man.
That parade gonna
Hey,
be big
hey,
as hell
best
in
forbidden.
December. That's gonna be a big ass parade. I can tell you that much.
That parade on December 8th, yeah.
Yeah.
We having a parade. We having a we having a parade. We having a parade that Sunday. We got a game on Saturday.
That parade gonna be big, boy. Oh, you got all
Hey,
the
Jerome, you right. It been 11 years, man. We gonna show out, man. So any one of y'all from the East want to come to Baton Rouge on December 7th, man? Just make it through. We gonna be waiting, man.
Well, I'm glad they say the weather's gonna be nice, because I was thinking it was gonna be kind of overcast and iffy with the rain. I want to see both bands in the uniforms. I want to see, I want to see the whole full regalia. I want everything, the full. Y'all don't call it Boombox Classic, but I'm new to the SWAC, so I call it Boombox Classic, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the march in. I want the fifth or the zero quarter. I want the petty halftime show. I want the fifth quarter. I want the march out. I want the lot. You know how they get at each other in the lot.
Oh
I want
yeah,
all of that. I got
want it all.
I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to smell some good pots coming from the southern tailgate.
Oh yeah.
That's
Hey, they ready, man.
Tailgate ever.
Hey, that part I can say they ready. they already mid-season form.
Some of y'all take the tailgate up there like that. You take it up
we
there,
take
Jackson?
man, we take tailgate everywhere we go, man. You ought to know that. You ought to know that.
I would think y'all would be able to set it up like that in Jackson. Seems like they'll have it on lock already.
Man, we tailgate on the sidewalk in New Orleans, man. You set up wherever.
They probably tailgating right now.
Oh yeah, it's Thursday, man. Some people had already made that trip up there.
Yeah, they up there. They up there.
But it's like I said, man. I expect a lot of good things. I think it's gonna be some fireworks. Like my boy T.O. used to say, get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a show, man. One way or the other. I do want to say one thing, man. Shout out to JSU for getting proactive with their band, man. You got to pay that fee to cover the boom.
You gotta make that. They gonna make some money.
I mean, hey.
Southern been kicking people out the stadium and stuff like that, from what I understand. But I guess at this point, you got to get your money. I mean, the band, I guess they trying to monetize it themselves. I got my little videos on my little channel, Shako, where I video all the games. When I go to the game, I video the halftimes. But it's just something I was doing since I had the season tickets. Yeah. And, I ain't trying to make it like, I don't have it'd be from a fan perspective. So it may be people talking, whatever.
Yeah, it's just being in the moment.
Yeah, it ain't like I'm, doing the whole shabam like some of them are doing. So but you pay, what is it, $500 a game or something like that, $300? Yeah, you go in, then you have full access, I guess. But then I don't know, that'll cut it down. I'll tell you that much. It'd be a lot more cell phone videos like mine.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are resourceful. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a will, there's a way. It's like, I done hopped over some fences to get in games. So just because you taking tickets don't mean I can't get in. Right. So I didn't hop the mini fence back in the day.
See what else? The police don't I saw your other show when you was talking about your, the little issues that you was having on the other show about getting in the stadium and stuff. And I thought about it because we have similar issues at FAMU. And you was talking not to that extent about not letting you in a gate or anything, but like you say, the scanners be scanning so slow or barely scanning, or it don't be enough of them. Till sometimes they just be kind of I'm sure they don't be scanning all the tickets. So that's why
Yeah.
I think our attendance be lower than it actually is. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because I've been to baseball games and they try to scan the tickets and they be like, hey, y'all just go ahead on
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
They when you I'll say this, when you go somewhere enough, people recognize you and they know, you know what I'm saying? They
right,
know
right,
we season ticket holders, we be at all the games, we sit in the same section last 5 years.
right.
People recognize you. So it's like ain't no thing to me. My thing is and shout out to my boy Lionel on PV versus everybody, because he actually had this same a lot of people at PV had these same issues last after the Labor Day Classic. So it kind of like went from them to us, and he had a good show after the Labor Day Classic about this same
I
thing.
saw
So
it. Yeah, I saw it.
it shows, but it's just like they were saying, man. My concern is never me, because I'm not going nowhere. No matter how mad Southern make me, I'm still coming back. It's the people who come into the game because they don't go to a lot of Southern games. It's first home game. They want to beat up, and something like this happen. That person probably ain't coming back, or a visitor, from another school. Thank God we played a team who probably had 12 people on the bus come, so they ain't really probably had that many issues. But
Right,
driving on campus, not being adequately told where you can park, that discourage a lot of people, man, and people won't come back. So
right.
I that's why I was really gonna make that show Saturday night, but I wanted to sit on it a little while and kind of
Yeah, you did
calm
good not to
down
be
because
not to make it emotional. You did good.
because my mama walked away because she was like, I don't know what you're gonna do. And my daddy even took a step back. My daddy the kind of person that if something going wrong, he gonna be the main one in the front of it. And so he let me handle it. And I thought I handled myself pretty well, but I'm one of those kind of people, man. When I know something, I don't want to be told opposite. And they was the way Southern set up, what they were trying to tell me just wasn't feasible. And I
Right,
was not about to get caught up in getting in this line. They scan my ticket. Then I come over here and now my ticket already scanned and you ain't gonna let me in. So,
right.
it luckily worked out. But I think a lot of our schools need to get better with game day operations. And that's why I felt like, and maybe they did it and it just didn't transfer over on game day. But I think they need to, especially for the first game, you need to have some kind of dry run or something, man. So everything is ready. I mean, the credit card machines at the concession stand ain't working at the beginning of the game. I'm like, it was just it was just one of them things. But hopefully,
That's that internet.
yeah. And we got horrible internet at Southern.
Yeah,
And
that's what
once you get like 3 people in the stadium, you can put your phone in your pocket because it ain't working.
yeah.
I don't know why we got no
Yeah,
Wi-Fi
shout out
really.
to C Spire because C Spire, local Mississippi coming. I still can't get internet in the vet. I don't know. Every other company can. I can
Yeah.
get good
But
reception in the vet. I don't. Yeah,
yeah, I
come on,
wanted to
C
mention
Spire.
that right there because I saw they was posting about attendance and all the SWAC. A lot of the SWAC teams had good attendance. Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Southern, Jackson. But I think it's probably going on at all the schools where it's probably more in there than we really getting credit for.
Yeah, and this is a good point, man. It's it's no reason for our school to have that bad infrastructure anymore. I mean, you got Wi-Fi all over the campus, but in a stadium, you don't. And I'm one of the kind of people, I like to follow other games while I'm at the game. So I'm grabbing my wife's phone, I'm grabbing my nephew's phone, his girlfriend's phone. I'm like, man, I need to see something because my phone like a brick. It's like it ain't. And so it's frustrating. And like I say, my concern is not me, because unless Southern do me super wrong, I'ma always be there. I've been in that
Right.
stadium my whole life. I grew up on that campus. I'm not going nowhere. But it's the people who maybe maybe you try to bring your family out their game because you can pay $20 for his own ticket. So
Hey,
$80 to $100 you can bring your family and decent concessions, whatever. it's not that bad,
I
but
want
you don't want to have them people put in that position where I know what I mean. I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all know us. We quick to not go back somewhere if somebody did us wrong.
right.
So we getting to the point where a lot of our core fan bases are older people, my parents' age, late 70s, early 80s. Them people gonna be gone soon. So
Right.
you need to start building
Grooming.
that foundation for the future,
Right.
because the people my age, a lot of them moved away and they don't come back a lot.
Right.
So you need to start developing that foundation, man. It's I don't want to see nobody fan base fall off because everybody getting old.
Like I was telling you last week when I was talking about they don't want the cannons
Oh
at
yeah, oh
Bradley.
yeah,
We are the old people. I know it's some people a lot older than us now that fans. Y'all know y'all done seen the Orange and Greens. I mean the 220 Club. So y'all know. So it's and my aunts. I got my aunts, my moms, all them old 70, 80-year-old rattlers. You understand what I'm saying? But what C. Wells is saying is true. So, my generation, I'm 57. We the old people now. We the ones that's gonna have to, carry it on over for the next 20 years or so. Because my son, he's about to get ready to graduate, but that's the last thing on his mind, probably, is giving back the FAMU once he finished. But yeah, so yeah, we the old people.
It's at a tough spot, man. And I don't want to call it a crossroads because when you call something a crossroads, that means you got a negative destination on one end, and I don't really think that way. I just think as you get further into the generations, people's perceptions of how things work are different.
Right.
Older people, man, like I say, they've been at Southern since the 60s and the 70s. They're not gonna change. They're gonna come to the game because that's what they always did. But when you got
Yeah.
people who got other options of things to do, and unfortunately for us, and I'm sure it's the same for FAMU, they got another spot across town, up the street that
Right.
what I'm saying, if they get mad with us, they just run over there. So you know that I know, and that's a whole nother show. But I know LSU took a huge chunk of our fan base, and they
I
ain't
got
come back.
I got a question for PV versus everybody if he's still in the chat. Why y'all turn the lights off on them people the other night?
They don't like to lose fifth quarters, man.
They
Who
was
Last
y'all
time,
they
lose
was
the fifth quarter to? I know it wasn't Northwestern State because they beat them, right?
no,
nah
he told when they played
Texas Southern.
TSU.
Texas,
Oh yeah.
y'all, you saw that video I sent you. Texas Southern was
They,
tearing their behind up, boy. They was Texas Southern,
they,
the new, the Sonic Boom is the Southern is a jukebox.
watch yourself now. Watch yourself.
Southern Southern is a jukebox, but Texas Southern they damn near like Spotify. They playing all kinds of songs. You never know what they gonna play. What he say?
He said he's not a
He
band
said
dude, so he
he's a
don't really know.
bad guy. Malone said he's
Oh,
a bad
whatever.
guy.
That's an easy out.
I'm kind of like Lionel, man. I'll be there for the football.
Man,
I ain't trying to talk about no band. I'm ready for the football, man.
man, and that's why
I
Jerome here,
like to
because
hear the
Jerome
band.
balanced it out, because we like me and Big Soldier, we kind of the same, man. I could probably tell you the last fifth quarter I was at, and that was like in 2018, man. I get gone, man, because like I
What
can't
I
stay,
don't
I can't stay after a game, especially if we lose. I'm gone. I do stay after the classic because they don't do no fifth quarter, but I gotta stay to see us raise that trophy. But that
I
I
don't
don't stay,
necessarily
man.
stay. Well, I'm usually in the parking lot and I can hear the fifth quarter in the parking lot. But normally I go back and watch it on Sunday and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I do that.
That's
Like
how I catch up on it.
I'm a Sunday band person or Monday
Right.
band person. Like I watch. I can't, because like I'm so focused on what's going on at the game. It's like I don't really even pay attention to halftime. Like my enjoyment of everything else got everything to do with what Southern doing on the field. if they playing like trash, I couldn't tell you what Southern band played. I just don't be paying no attention. I might not even be in my seat if we playing that bad because I probably done took a walk around the stadium like 3 times. But I think that it's to each their own. I'm never gonna knock nobody for that. My wife, she was a musician, so that's her thing. I'm just one of the people, man. I'm like,
just from a little boy when I was going when FAMU used to play University of Tampa. I see the band, you see the football team was the whole ensemble, the whole everything is what got me wrapped up. So I've been following it ever since then. That's 72 or something like that, 1970s, long time ago.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't love that stadium with a lot of bad beatdowns, man. Like I said, I'm from the era where we used to not even score touchdowns in Jackson. If y'all go back, I don't know how many old heads they got in here, but if you go back to the 80s, we used to never score in Jackson. And they had the PA announcer used to be like, JSU 35, Southern Zip. Man, I still hear that in my sleep. I was like 8 years old. And
dang,
so
Richard been calling the game that long? That sounds
it's like, man,
like a Richard quote. Zip.
No, I think it was somebody different, but my JSU people were trying to say, like I said, man, I was traumatized when I left. I used to cry going to Jackson. The first time we ever won in Jackson that I remember was in 1985. We beat Valley. I was like, we could actually score touchdowns in the stadium. So, Jackson always been one of them places that's just not easy, man. But that's what makes it great, Your daddy dragging you up there to that stadium and telling you your butt ain't moving till the clock hits 0 no matter what happens. You gotta take that L. It's like you just grow up with that, So I'm ready for whatever result that happen. And win or lose, I'ma always be right here. So I'ma hold it down. I held it down in that 35-0 until I couldn't take no more. That rain delay was a lifesaver, boy.
Yeah, well, I'm glad, fam, you got a buy so I can sit down and watch it and, kind of be stress-free and just watch it and see what happened, kind of scout, coach, and see what the hell going on, what both of y'all got.
The court.
Hey,
yeah, I want to see what Coach Graves do this weekend, man. When it comes to T-Set, man, I try to tell people I'm very biased. I've been watching that kid play ball since he was 14 years old. I think he got the ability. He got the talent, but his experience to me is going to be the key. I like I said, I fully expect JSU to throw some things at him that he ain't seen because Savannah State gonna only give you so much. I think he can be the guy for Southern moving forward if he don't crash and burn on Saturday. So the way sports are now, young guys play early now, so it's not really that big a like back in the day, you'd be like, oh, a freshman, he don't need to be out there. So I think he ready. Now whether he produced or not, that's a whole different story. But I love the kid, man. I think he a great student off the field. He hell of a basketball player. And he just a guy that, he started 4 years of high school, took his team to playoffs every year, made a run in the playoffs a couple years. So I think he got the physical ability. I think he got the right mindset. It's just gonna be, can he handle this game? And this game is different. So if he come out this game, win or lose, if he come out this game looking not bad, then I think it's his job. I think this is a big chance for him. He carrying a lot of pressure from Baton Rouge though, because everybody gonna be.
He probably don't realize it's different yet until he get in the game. He probably, it's almost a good thing that he a freshman and I guess kind of naive and green, so he don't. Y'all feeling the pressure. It's all the way you describing him. He sound like he not scared of the moment. If he been doing this since 9th grade, the way I look at it, them dudes been playing with them guys that started and played as 9th graders, been playing with them dudes all the way up through. So when they do finally get up to the college level, it's like they've been on the field with them before. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's really gonna phase him. Never know,
And,
you know.
and sometimes when you're young, you just don't know, and sometimes it's good not to know. And you could just, it's just you just go out and do what you just go out and do what you do. Sometimes, when you're an older guy, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you're not living up to what's expected. And the younger dude come out there and he play loose and free. So
Right.
I think either way it go, as long as it's not a disaster, which I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's his job from here on out. So he gonna, like I tell everybody, man, he gonna have his ups and downs. You got to give him that kind of grace, You got to give him that. But
See,
I think we fine.
JSU ain't all that. They ain't all that. They ain't nobody but Lane. They ain't all that.
Okay. Y'all got that shit October 19th. Boy, I got that date certain.
Y'all better worry about tomorrow, next day after next. That's what y'all do.
What they say, it's gonna be the Orange Crush.
Y'all need to worry about the day after next. Last time y'all tried to name something, y'all took the Blue Blossom Classic. See what that turned into.
Hey! You see, he started off the show. He wanted to sit back and watch Southern and JSU go at it. You see,
he ready for it.
Y'all won't do it. Y'all won't go at it. Y'all won't go at it. This smoke.
You know how
me and him got a different.
You gotta get your behind whooped.
Yeah. Y'all too laid back
all day. Your parents finally get there and give you that smoke. That's how y'all are over there. Because it's gonna come.
Hey, they like when your little brother or sister get in trouble, you be over there talking noise, and then your mama turn around and look at you.
Hey, we ain't got nothing to do. We ain't got nothing but time this weekend. Sit and watch. We got all this.
Shout out to my boy Daniel Richardson with them little pants. When you get them little pants, that's gonna be easy access.
Hey, we ain't worried about Daniel Richardson. Daniel, he showed me something this weekend, which I know he had played on that level and stuff before,
right. Yeah.
He wasn't really that shook.
Right. They used to it.
Yeah.
Like I say, man, it's just all in how you approach everything. And I think as fans, sometimes we look at things different than those dudes do. So it's like you more concerned as a fan, and the players they got to go out there and make it happen. So I'm excited, man. Like I got a little PTSD from the last couple of years, so I'm working through that. I'm not as crazy as I would be, but I'm excited for this game. Honestly, man, I expect a good showing. And God forbid if that gold and blue do something now, y'all don't, y'all.
Are we going live? Are we going live after the game?
If we win, man,
y'all want to go live.
That ain't Jamie. That ain't right. That ain't right there, now, Jamie.
Nah,
boy.
If with Southern, if Jack State beat Southern, we can go live.
That's what I said.
We go live.
We can go.
We should go live either way.
We'll go live either way. We'll go live either way. I just might not be on camera, but we'll go live.
We go live either way.
Hey, on top of the stadium like this with that flag.
Hey, I remember in 22, man, we was in the stadium with my nephew, bro. We were talking to everybody with JSU stuff on walking by, and somebody came up to me and was like, "Yeah, I had my SWAC talk shirt on," and he was like, "You going live after the game?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I ain't got to worry about that then."
Yeah.
I said, "We win. We win. We going live." He said, "Well, I ain't got to worry about that. Y'all have a good game." Like I say, man, I encourage everybody though, man. You ain't been to a Southern Jackson game, especially in Jackson. If you ain't been, man, go, because it's a lot of talking on both sides, man. It get a little heated, but it's fun, man. It ain't for the faint of heart now. You going there all shy and scared, man. You gonna get ran out of there. So you bring your big boy boots when you go in that stadium, man. You can't go in. If you wanna
be in your feelings, bro.
No, if you wanna be like that, you gotta go sit in that corner all the way at the end, but by the scoreboard at the top,
Yeah,
out of the way.
behind the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
basically.
if you sit in that horseshoe,
Oh yeah, it's finna get active in that horseshoe.
that horseshoe ain't made for no weaklings, man. I don't care how old you is. That horseshoe ain't made for no weaklings. Like
I see that footage of the horseshoe when them people bands be marching in there. They be all over the opposing team band like it's something, you know.
oh
But they have to
man,
walk right by them to go
that,
up to
that
their section.
that jukebox used to make that turn, boy. Them folks was right there on their own play. So it like I say, man, I encourage everybody to if you can ever catch one of them games, like I say, I always say, especially in Jackson, because it's more seats and just a better vibe because everybody closer together. They do it, because when it's in Baton Rouge, it's a whole different energy, man. I can't describe it. It's just it's just a whole different energy because you just get the city come out for it, and sometimes when the city come out for things in Baton Rouge, it don't always be good. But
Right.
Yeah. I hope Jackson people leave that mess too. Leave that mess at home. Let's have a
but you
good, fun. Some good fun.
like I always say, man, when you go into a game like that, bro, it's all love. You gonna talk. You can't be thin skinned. And as long as you ain't disrespectful, man, you can say whatever you want about my team, bro. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna talk noise. I'm not in all that extra stuff. That's when it get a little crazy. But I will say they don't really be checking good at it going into the vet, so you can sneak a little something in your back pocket.
Let me speak on
That's what the thing about it is right there.
They gonna have to warn because I went in the game last Saturday. Did not go through one metal detector, no warning. Y'all just come in. Now, please, y'all leave them things at the house.
That's it, bro. Don't
during the game.
Man, don't get caught up in nothing, man. Just go and have fun. Because the last time I was there, the last time that Forrest walked in, a dude wanted the front of one of us. That was it.
Dang.
But like I say, man, I love it all because I got a lot of family that went to Jackson State. My family from Mississippi, so it's like you just in it, man. And I'm glad we not stumped Mitchell bad no more. So we at least got a chance in every game we play against JSU. But I need to get back. I need to get back to where we was when we was running off that win streak. So I think hopefully Saturday we can start that again, man. We can run that thing up to 9 this time instead of 8. So let's get the ball rolling. Start with 1 and let's go.
Well, I know either way it go, whichever team come out of it is going to be tough for us to face when we have to face them. Because whichever team win is going to come out with a lot of confidence, and I think it's going to boost them a little bit right into SWAC play. So,
yeah,
I'm keeping my eye on them, and I got one eye. I got 2 eyes, so I got them like this. I got one on y'all, and I got one on Alabama A&M over here, seeing what they doing.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on everybody because somebody could sneak up on y'all. Y'all been playing a lot of games late into the fourth,
like
man.
This. Yeah,
when the boys sneak up on y'all, man.
Yeah. I got both eyes looking out. One over here on y'all, then I'm checking out Alabama A&M. They've been putting up some numbers, but it's kind of hard to read right now. But
it's gonna be another couple of weeks before we really get an idea who they are.
Grambling and Tuskegee.
Oh no, man, we ain't need to talk about that game. What Grambling looked like they was running them out the stadium, man, but
what? That's funny, man. Hey, that's like the second, third time we let Grambling out, bro.
I ain't never let Grambling out. See, well, know what I know. See, well, what I said.
You said they're gonna win the West.
Your former coach was in his bag in that play calling.
You said they were gonna win the West. He was in his bag in the first half.
They gonna win the West.
PV gonna win the West, man. I'm still standing on that, man.
I don't know.
My boy Lions, man. Hey, I'm riding with the Purple Boys. Purple Boys in the SWAC.
We're gonna take care of them next week. So
SWAC, baby.
They got the quarterback issues too. It's whichever quarterback step up and play. And right now, the two teams that look like they kind of got the quarterback issue figured out are Jackson State and FAMU.
Yeah.
Everybody else is kind of iffy about whether or not the quarterbacks.
Because Grambling, Crawley
Well,
you
looked
can't
last year.
you can't call out Grambling.
Grambling. Yeah, Grambling. But the rest of them, it's a question, you know. Until they figure that out, you don't know.
Say, Los J, they don't do divisions in basketball, man. You know that.
What?
Speaking of basketball, we released our basketball schedule. We're coming out there to Texas to play TCU. You know, we got our early season money games coming up. So the coach, he promised that he gonna have them the experience of going to play TCU and Florida and all these other big schools. Supposed to have them ready for SWAC play. He said the SWAC loaded as far as the talent on the teams in the SWAC.
Oh, when it comes to basketball, there's a lot of athletic guys in the SWAC. They just don't have a lot of good teams that play ball in the SWAC. So if you got a good system, then you're gonna be solid, man. Because going to basketball games, bro, I'll be watching warm-ups, and you got 15 dudes on the team. 12 of them jokers can jump out the gym. But then when the game starts, they can't run a simple play, man.
Yeah.
They get nervous.
Like I when we played Valley, man, I was watching them warm up, and I'm like, bro, Valley got dudes that can hit step back threes and 360 dunks, and then the game started and they can't dribble the ball without dribbling off their foot, you know. So athletically, the SWAC got guys, bro. They all like between like 6'3" and 6'7", and they, you know, like, so if you got, like I say, that's why, you know, if you got a good system like TSU or even, you know, JSU and JSU they building up so with Mo. Grambling got a good system, and you know, even old Reggie Theo's got a little system down there. You know, you got that kind of stuff going on. You can be good, man. But I don't want to talk too much basketball yet. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk basketball, I mean your football season over with. Now I'm not ready to go there yet.
I hear that.
But man, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man, because I had a long, it's been a long couple of days, man, dealing with this weather and all that stuff, and
right.
trying to get some rest. So hey, y'all wanna go live Saturday night of the game?
Yeah, after the game, it sounds like a bet to me. I like it.
All right, we'll put something together, man, and somebody gonna be happy on here. Two people gonna be happy on here. Whoever team won and Jerome.
I'll be happy.
Jerome will be happy either way.
I may be, you know, maybe different state of mind, but I'm gonna be happy. It's gonna be after a long day of football, so you kind of, you know.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of frame of mind I'm gonna be in, but I'm gonna be here, man. You know, I might still have something in my hand by the time we get on there. But we're gonna make it happen, man. And it's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna get out there and make things happen, man. Shout out to my boy Rick, man. I know that you scrolled through in the chat, man. What's up out there? Shout out to you, man.
Hey, I know my boy. Hey, you see my boy right there, man? He gonna be hurt, musty, depressed, and everything else. But I got something.
Musty is the one. Musty.
I got a cure for that, bro. And I'm gonna have a big L going back to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we're gonna
hey, a big Tigger L too. Big black and orange L going back with you, bro.
Jackson State, they riding high, boy. They riding high. They feeling back like prime back over there or something, boy. They excited. Guard the yard.
Guard the yard, baby.
Hey, one thing I'm gonna say before we get out of here is, man, when the new prime people was down, boy, they had them crisp outfits on, boy. Everything was Everything was crisp and new out the package, man.
Well, they done
Shirt
set the
still.
standard. They still Jackson State down when they go to the game. From
Oh
the
yeah.
videos I've seen, they still
Hey,
they
them
holding it
blue.
down. They represent now. I'm proud. I got to give them credit on that. They
Hey, them blue
represent.
and white pom poms gonna be everywhere, man. You got to be ready for it.
Yeah,
Them
they
pom poms ain't
represent.
going nowhere. They gonna be right there.
I
But
think, man, honestly, man, I think they should start a tradition with this Southern and Jackson game, man. They need to have like like it's no form of trophies amongst these rivals. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be something to play for.
I'm gonna make y'all
Like,
mad. Just pass a big one of them big old boom boxes with the big speaker. Just pass that back and forth.
hey, with the
Whoever
bump
wins.
boxes,
yeah,
yeah,
hey, they decorate it up, man. Decorate
hey,
it up.
bump box. Oh yeah, that'd be what's up.
Hey, that decorate it up and let's go, man.
You walk out the stadium.
Hey, you carry that thing on your shoulder as you come off the field, man.
Bumping
Hey, I
Yeah,
Joe,
like
that's what
ladies and
that. I
gentlemen,
like that.
Lord have
that's
mercy.
what they
Got
need right
these.
there.
Let's hey, I know somebody from the SWAC or from Southern or JSU listening, man. Y'all free to use
Mm-hmm.
that. Just put our name on the backside of, cause I ain't forgot what them people did with that Rucker Park thing, man. I ain't forgot about that. Y'all ain't credit us for that.
So did
We
right, man.
we talked about
Hey,
that for weeks and
all
months,
you gotta do,
and y'all slip.
all we gotta do is get our paper up and go buy the trophy and give it to them and sponsor it on
Hey, that's
our
it.
own.
And run it down there on the
Leave
field.
your
Hey,
name on there. That's it.
let's make it happen.
We go to one of these vintage stores. We can find one of them old boom box cheap probably around here somewhere.
Yeah, hey, we gonna make it happen, and we gonna have a trophy for this game, man, because it
Hey,
deserve
I
it.
ain't gonna even lie, bro. Hey, that would be hard though. Hey, quick, I ain't no bad idea, crew. Hey, whoever win that game get to hang their name on the Vic. Hey, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that'll be so dirty right there.
Hey, if if you
hey,
win,
Buffett
if you
Stadium
win,
must be
What?
Vic.
if you win on the road, you get to put your name on the other team stadium. Hey, I like
Cool,
that.
man. Hey,
For the
I
whole
like
year?
that.
Oh
that's
no.
actually cool.
Nah, that'd be too much right there.
Yeah, I know that, but hey,
Y'all couldn't handle that. Riding by every day looking at
Nah,
that Montford
cause,
and Jackson.
cause I'm gonna run down. I can get. Like I said, I live right up the street from Southern. I'm running down there and taking that thing off Sunday morning. It's disappearing. But man,
Yeah. All right.
man,
on that note, man,
that's
we're gonna go
dope.
ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, we had to
Hey,
hang it up there for a quarter and take it there.
But good luck, both of y'all, man.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man,
oh yeah, for
we
sure.
looking
Y'all
forward
are here
to
for
it.
me. Y'all know. I be forgetting we on different time zones. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm on
Hey,
that
it's all
film
good.
time, trying to be up
It,
early,
it's
but
it's all good. I'm always up early, so y'all ain't got to
okay.
worry about me. But not up late. That's a different story. I'm always up
Mm-hmm.
early. I don't
Yeah.
stay up late, but like I say, man, y'all continue to be safe out there. You know, if
Yes,
anybody going through
sir.
anything with the storm, man, y'all be safe. Be safe on the road, man. Be safe at these games, and we're gonna catch y'all next week. And like I say, we're gonna try to go live on Saturday. So y'all keep it locked here. And we're gonna have us a good time, man. So with that being said, we up out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all Thursday. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. And we'll catch y'all on
Mm-hmm.
another edition of Swag Smoke.
Peace.